Hello, Kriegspielers. Let's spend a few minutes with Moltke. This is problem 66, the last problem of the series presented in the book. Let's orient you to the map. Lippstadt is in the north. Herzogswalde is in the center. Waltersdorf is in the southeast, and the Passarge River is in the east. The situation is that the friendly 1st and 2nd Corps are joining forces at Lippstadt. The 2nd Corps, your parent organization, will reach Lippstadt by midday. The 1st Corps will arrive by evening. You command the flank detachment which is bivouacked at Langsee, shown in the yellow circle. A large enemy force has been identified in the southeast, and by its disposition, it is preparing to conduct offensive operations against your assembling parent corps. The lakes to the southwest, the lakes in the middle of the map area, and the river to the east form natural barriers that create two distinct avenues the enemy force must use. Here is the problem for you to consider. Given the 2nd and 1st Corps joining at Lippstadt are to be screened today by your flank detachment, and the enemy has two possible avenues of approach, what orders will you give your detachment to meet the possible approach by the enemy? You can pause the video now to consider your answer before you move on to Moltke's solution. In the presentation of the solution, Moltke focuses entirely on the options open to the enemy. The first option is to march the entire force east of the Central Lakes toward Lippstadt. The problem that the enemy will have is that your detachment can use the corridor between the lakes to attack the formation from behind. The second option is to march the entire force west of the Central Lakes. This creates the problem for the enemy that the 2nd Corps, alerted by your detachment, can march southeast and sever the enemy force from its line of communication. The only option open to the enemy commander is to split his force. Because the 2nd Corps cutting the lines of communication is more dangerous of his two problems, it is nearly assured that a detachment will be sent to pin your command while the remainder of the enemy marches to the east of the lakes. Given this, you can use the favorable high ground east of Herzogswalde and the lake to create a strong defensive position. You can damage that detachment and potentially move north to attack the enemy force from behind in support of the 2nd Corps' position. Options to use terrain and positioning to have a decisive impact on the battle is why the Field Marshal says, use superior position. I hope you enjoyed this few minutes with Moltke and that it helps you improve your Kriegspiel skills. We'll see you out there on the Kriegspiel board.